back to the stage Nancy Stein, Vice President Customer Relations at Toyota Motor Sales USA. This time last year, allegations of unintended acceleration in Toyota and Lexus vehicles were followed by recalls and congressional inquiries. Toyota's call center was flooded with frantic calls from concerned customers. Nancy Stein marshaled resources, brought in reinforcements, and made sure every customer question was answered. Tracy Matura, General Manager of Strategic Retail Development at Mercedes-Benz USA. Tracy Matura helped develop Mercedes' new dealer margin program, which linked payment to customer satisfaction and other performance standards. The program also includes the Auto House plan to upgrade Mercedes-Benz dealerships to a new image and facility standard. Fran Parker, Executive Director of UAW Retiree Medical Benefits Trust. Fran Parker's experience as a former CEO of a large Detroit health maintenance organization served her well when she had to put together a new health plan for nearly 875,000 auto retirees. She had the UAW Viva ready when it launched on January 1st, 2010. Barbara Polarski, Vice President of Business Development at Chrysler Group. Barbara Polarski is responsible for all the partnerships and arrangements Chrysler has with key suppliers and other automakers, including its crucial partnership with Fiat. Among the deals she has negotiated is the arrangement that will bring ZF 8-speed automatic transmissions to Chrysler's rear-drive automobiles. Vicki Paponi, Assistant Vice President, Product Planning, American Honda Motor Company. Vicki Paponi was given the coveted honor of unveiling the redesigned Odyssey minivan at the 2010 Chicago Auto Show. She admits having a motherly instinct about the minivan, but that softer side is backed up by serious engineering chops and a stint at Garrett's turbocharging and thermal systems businesses before she joined Honda in 2005. Trish Sarator, Senior Vice President at the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence. For 21 years, Trish Sarator has worked for the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, which tests and certifies auto technicians. She has been instrumental in its growth and is helping ASE continue its vital mission with the latest technology. And Mary Sipes, Executive Director, Portfolio Planning and Marketing Integration for GM North America. Mary Sipes is in her second stint as head of GM's North American Product Planning, but this time the job has a second component that was her idea. She also oversees marketing integration, so the current positioning of GM's brands is part of the product planning discussion, and product planners stay involved when vehicles go to market. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our honorees in this category.
Good evening. I'm Jason Stein, editor of Automotive News. It's my pleasure to be here for what is my first Leading Women event. 2 years ago, I helped honor Europe's leading women, and I'm very proud to be here this evening. I want to welcome our third speaker now to the stage, Barb Samardzich, Vice President, Powertrain Engineering for Ford Motor Company.
Good evening. I of course have to start by thanking Automotive News and Deloitte for hosting such a lovely event tonight. And I'd also, more importantly, like to thank Automotive News and Deloitte for recognizing the incredible accomplishments of the women being honored here tonight. I'd also like to spend just a couple minutes on thanking the spouses, the significant others, and the family members that are joining us this evening. No one, male or female, achieves the success being recognized here tonight without the support, the help, and the sacrifice of their partners and family. And I would just like to expand a little bit on that to help the family members that are here tonight understand that we really do understand that sacrifice. I'm sure that everyone here can remember that time, and I know all the honorees can, when you were quite a bit late getting home from work, or a little late getting to school event, or a little late picking up the kids from daycare, and even when you finally got home or got to the event or got to the daycare, you're still thinking about those 12 crises that dropped on your desk the half an hour before you were leaving work and are definitely going to be waiting for you in the morning when you arrive again. But in the meantime, your son or your daughter or your husband or your spouse, your significant other, they have something on their mind that they want to talk to you about. And for them, at that moment in time, that is probably the most important thing in the world right then. And then it happens. They stop and they ask you, "Are you listening to me?" We all respond, "Absolutely, honey, of course I'm listening to you." And then the challenge comes. "Tell me what I just said." Well, 100% of the time, we cannot tell you what you just said. But I will tell you, 100% of the time, we really appreciate that you understand that. So again, thank you to the families for all their supports. Now, a couple of months ago, Automotive News invited a few of us honorees together for a breakfast, and it was to discuss issues that are facing our industry and how we might put together some plans to overcome them. Of course, key on the list was how to attract and to retain the best and the brightest into our industry. Now, when you think about it, this industry should have no problem whatsoever attracting the best and the brightest. After all, we have incredible financial challenges that would be fun for anyone to overcome. We have those financial challenges not just in economic downturns, we get to have them at the good times, economic good times. And on the product side, I cannot think of a better product to be involved in. Every week of the year, every day of the week, every hour of the day, anywhere on the planet, you can find consumers using, abusing, loving, and hating your vehicle, and at the exact same time, find consumers doing the exact same thing to your competitive vehicles. That kind of connection from what you do, or what we do as engineers, the team that I'm very proud to be up here representing, to that consumer is pretty difficult to find a better one than that. Now, fortunately, when a group of such influential women in the industry do get together, things happen rather quickly. And talk quickly turns into action. And actually, that was where the concept of Inform's Automotive Next initiative was formed. So Automotive Next is going to put together some of the leaders in the industry to find out how do we make this the place to be for talented women. We need a country that makes things, and inspiring the next generation of women to choose careers in our industry and, more importantly, aspire to leadership roles is critically important. If you want to find out more about it, you can check out Inform's ad in tonight's program to see how you can get involved. And finally, I would, like to leave the whole industry with a bit of a challenge. I believe this time around, Automotive News had about 300 or so nominees for the top 100 women that they had to sift through. And my challenge and my hope is that 5 years from now, when they do this again, they will be sifting through, say, 3,000 nominees to find the top 100 women. Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. Our next category this evening is purchasing. Our first honoree is Olga Alavanu, Executive Vice President of Supply Chain Management at Yazaki, North America. Olga Alavanu oversees Yazaki's $480 million purchasing strategy. When suppliers were tested to their limits during the 2009 recession, she was able to reduce department operating expenses 27% and create $11 million in savings by increasing technology sharing with Yazaki's own suppliers. Birgit Byrne, Executive Director, Global Programs and the Americas, purchasing at Ford Motor Company. Good relationships with suppliers have been a priority for Ford during its turnaround efforts. Birgit Byrne helped achieve a renaissance in supplier relations for Ford Europe. She's now charged with doing the same thing for the Americas, and one of our 25 leading women in Europe, by the way. Kim Bryce, Executive Director, Indirect Machinery and Equipment, Global Purchasing and Supply Chain, General Motors. Kim Bryce oversees indirect machinery and equipment purchasing at GM. She's responsible for everything from cleaning rags to complete assembly lines. Kelly Carney, Senior Vice President of Purchasing, International Automotive Components Group. Under Kelly Carney, Interiors Giant IAC kept parts rolling to car makers